Okay. I'm Erin, and I'm here with...
I'm Bill, and this is my great friend Cam, and we're here with the Riverside Unified School District. We're working on coaching development in the Coaches Clinic here today, and what a time we're having. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, you're talking a lot about leadership up there, and so for the viewers who didn't see that, what are the biggest keys for leadership skills?
Why didn't they see it? Why didn't they hear it?
Maybe they're working. Maybe they're coaching right now.
Miss this at your own peril. We were on fire today. But the elements of leadership: pull the team together, define the terms of the conflict, do what others can't and won't do, and then lead the relentless offensive attack. Hit first, understand, accept, and acknowledge that risk, failure, uncertainty, doubt are all part of everything you're ever going to be a part of. And then, as the leader, you have to be able to say no. And when you look like this, you hear no a lot. But when you can say no as the leader and everybody still buys in, then you know you really have a team and anything and everything is possible.
Now, do you give any specific advice to your son, who is now the coach of the Lakers?
Erin, do you listen to your father?
Sometimes. Sometimes less than I should, but yes.
No, I'm just Luke's dad, and I'm very proud. And while I'm always sending him advice and always telling him things, it's his job. And I'm just his dad, and I'm the proudest, luckiest, and happiest dad in the world.
That's actually
what an opportunity that he has. Yes.
That's actually the question my dad told me to ask you, was ask you about your son. So I guess I do listen to him more often than I like to admit. So
I wish I had listened to my dad more.
Well, speaking of that, so what
I
advice?
have the greatest dad in the world.
Our dads might have to go into competition though. So.
Okay. Cameron, do you ever speak?
Yeah, I had a question. What is a leader in today's society that kids can look up to, and maybe not even kids, parents and coaches that can look to for, to follow?
Well, in the world of basketball, I love Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich. And at the collegiate level, I love Coach K, who's also coaching our national team down in Rio right now. I love Barack Obama, and I'm a huge believer. And I highly encourage and recommend everybody read the David Axelrod book called Believer. It's a brilliant read and very appropriate to everything that's going on in our world right now. And also two other books, Phil Knight's Shoe Dog and then Jane Mayer's Dark Money. Yes.
And then you just wrote a book too, didn't you?
Back from the Dead, yes. A New York Times bestseller since day one, and I'm very proud. I put everything I had into it.
Yeah.
And it was a huge challenge. Very difficult project. The first book I've ever written. I wrote the whole thing myself, did the whole audio book myself, generated all the artwork in it, and it was most rewarding experience. The business side, not for me, but the personal relationships and the response I get from the readers. The letters I get, the people who come up to me on the street, the people who I meet at events like this, and it's life-changing when they say thank you, when they say how much it meant to them, and because I'm a reader, and I was shaped, molded, changed, and impacted by all the books I read as a child and still read to this very day. And so when someone comes up to me and says what the book that I just wrote meant to them, it's hugely impactful, yes.
So what made you decide to write it now versus earlier or waiting till later?
Because I haven't done anything in my life. And so it was when I came back from my spinal failure and collapse, which was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And then I was starting all over again. I'm on Bill Walton 17.0 at this point, because my life has been one that has been marked by meteoric climbs to the top and then catastrophic failure, mostly because of my biggest challenges in life, which have always been orthopedic health and my speech impediment. But to be here today with my great friend Stan Morrison, and my beacon of hope and shining star on the horizon, to be able to be here today and share some of the experiences that have helped me get to where I am today. Because, my life is one of pride satisfaction with the choices that I've made, although a lot of them were wrong. I didn't know they were wrong at the time, but I made them. And then the loyalty that has been inspired in me to care. I care about any and all of this stuff, and I'm a proud Californian. California, the greatest place on earth ever. And then I'm grateful. I'm grateful because of all the people who have sacrificed everything so that I could have a chance at chasing my dream. And a lot of my dreams have come true. But all I ever wanted in life was more.
Yeah. Well, speaking of more and more dreams, do you have any future dreams?
I'm just getting started. I'm 63, and I'm busier than I've ever been. I'm happier than I've ever been. I haven't been this healthy since elementary school. And I never thought all these years that I would be free of pain and healthy, and I never thought that I would be happy in love. And I'm both of those right now. So I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and I've got a lot of things going on. If you're really interested, you can just go to my website, which is billwalton.com, and list all the things that I'm involved in. But a lot of business, some media, focus business-wise on healthcare, on sports technologies, on science, and education, and music, and art, and the entrepreneurship. A lot of business, and then we have a tequila company, and it's just
Nice.
It's very nice. Yes.
Well, good luck with all of those.
It's very nice because I'm happily married, and we have 4 children who are all doing well, and they're all happily married, and we have 8 grandchildren and more that are coming with every phone call, and we live in California, and this is the greatest place in the greatest time ever, because in California today, if you think something, if you believe something, if you dream something, you can make that happen. And there's a lot of people who are willing to help. And so we're charging forward, and we have a great governor, and we have great communities, we have a great state, and we're the luckiest people on earth. We get to live in California. I was born and raised in California.
What's the best part of California that no other state has? For me, it's the fact that we're an hour away from pretty much anything, anywhere right here.
No, we're not an hour away.
I guess I am.
We are here. Wherever you are in
true.
California, you are there, and there's no reason to go anywhere else. And this is the greatest place. And we have the greatest people. And we have the greatest everything.
Well, that sums up California and our interview with Bill Walton. Thank you.
California, meet me on the burning shore. California, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah. Gleaming in the golden light of day. California, there's nothing like it. Yeah, here we go.
How about the lyrics to Hotel